Some birds are just simple animals navigating the wild. Others are complex vessels for something much greater. We look for signs when the world feels completely empty. And then, we witness a sudden flash of vibrant red. When a brilliant cardinal appears in your yard, an angel is near to comfort your heavy heart. Why does this one bird carry so much emotional weight? Why is it the ultimate messenger of our grief and hope? Welcome to the exploration of the spiritual messenger. The northern cardinal is a massive cultural powerhouse. It is more than a species. It is a holy symbol. It represents passion, luck, and the bridge to the afterlife. But where did this unique name actually come from? It was not the wild bird that came first in history. It was the powerful princes of the Catholic Church. Their traditional robes were dyed a specific cardinal red. The word comes from the Latin term meaning a hinge. The holy hinge upon which the church structure turned. Early settlers saw this bird and saw the same holy crimson. Long before explorers, the land knew him by other names. To the ancient Choctaw, the cardinal was the sun bringer. His red coat was a spark from the celestial fire above. To many indigenous tribes, he was the faithful watchman, the guardian of the deep secrets of the vast forest. But today, the legend has taken a more personal turn. Welcome to the mystery of the modern visitor phenomenon. Millions believe these birds are spirits of loved ones returned. This is the fascinating psychology of meaningful coincidences. When the timing of their arrival is too perfect to be random, grief is a heavy burden. But the cardinal lightens it, moving from the deeply spiritual to the completely secular. Why use a bird for a game of grit and physical strength? Because they are incredibly fierce and highly visible. And then, there is the iconic bird of Christmas. Red on white is the ultimate visual winter contrast. He became the face of the holidays by visual power. He also changed our relationship with nature forever. In the early 20th century, we started feeding them. The cardinal essentially invented the modern bird feeding industry. People desperately wanted to see that red in gray winters. Our love for one bird turned us all into conservationists. Is he a messenger from another mysterious world? Or simply a beautiful, bold neighbor in the garden? Perhaps he is a beautiful mixture of both realities. Share your unique cardinal story in the comments below. Join our growing community of the deeply curious. Stay connected to the rhythms of the natural world. Listen to the final echoing whistle in the quiet evening. Connecting the historical church title directly to the bird. Receiving a warm greeting from the winter wild. Passing the beautiful myth to the next generation of children. Witnessing the historical birth of the bird-watching hobby. Pouring the golden sunflower seeds as fuel for the legend. The vulnerability of the messenger becomes clear in the rain. Red is universally the color of life force and protection. Exploring the deep cross-cultural symbolism of the color red. The cardinal stands as a symbol of physical recovery, a beautiful intersection of absolute faith and wild nature, practicing the daily cleansing ritual of the spirit, contemplating the deep mystery of animal consciousness. witnessing intense curiosity across two completely different species, trusting us with their most precious nesting secret. This basic human trust is what creates the permanent bond. Hope rises silently from the ground at sunrise. The redbird is the memory of a brilliant flame, capturing the essence of the bird in modern ink. The quiet pond becomes a mirror for the human soul, finding a single red feather hidden in an old Bible. We desperately want to hold on to the practical magic, bringing a sense of spirit to the cold concrete city. They do not avoid us. They actively walk with us. The Cardinal remains the undisputed king of the yard, showing immense courage in a very small package. They will fiercely protect what they truly love, witnessing a love that easily survives the winter freeze, finding a simple beauty in the contrast of colors, puffing up its feathers against the cold autumn wind. We see ourselves in their incredible physical resilience, tracing the historical origins of their unique name. Nature's choir sings from the top of the church steeple, posing the big question about coincidence and calling, breaking the digital trance to connect with reality. The flight pattern is completely direct and purposeful. New life and new hope rest within the tiny eggs. The red knight stands watch as a faithful guardian. Modern science informs the ancient folklore of the land. A striking visual of red berries on red feathers. The comic relief of the messenger at the bird feeder, bringing the spiritual bird back down to the earth. The midnight messenger appears as a dark silhouette. They are the beautiful dreams of ancestors made visible. Exploring the subconscious symbols hidden in our sleep. Official recognition of its massive environmental impact. The undisputed winner of the popularity contest. A tiny beacon of light in the evening shadows. The mysterious black mass glows in the low light, leaving out a special offering for our visual visitor. We treat them like honored domestic family guests. A symbol of peaceful transition near a resting place. The winter forest becomes a grand stage for the messenger, shaking the fresh snow off its powerful wings. Every time they appear, the world feels much closer, finding our way through the wilderness of life, listening to the complex language of the spirit. The vibration of their song is a frequency of hope, processing human loss with a quiet bird nearby. They act as punctuation marks in our life sentences, maintaining a delicate and necessary balance in nature. An explorer's spirit maps out the entire neighborhood. The hard worker of the wild is covered in pollen, tracking which way the emotional wind is blowing, providing stability as constants in a changing world. Adapting the ancient myth to the 21st century. A modern symbol of extreme strength and speed. The Cardinal always represents a much higher standard. The endless internal struggle with the reflection. Sometimes the messenger tells us to look inward. True beauty meets beauty in the blooming trees. A gentle and delicate interaction with the landscape. The deep mystery intensifies in the morning fog, challenging the viewer to look beyond the feathers. A beautiful collision of innocence and wild nature. A classic David and Goliath story in the branches. They remind us to stand our ground against fear, looking up to find the light during a storm. A single raindrop falls gently off the red beak, partaking in the abundant feast of the Spirit, finding total peace and harmony in the kingdom. They teach us how to live life passionately. The color shifts beautifully during the blue hour, a classic piece of Americana against the old barn. They remain the absolute heart of the American backyard, connecting us to our shared heritage and time, demanding a fresh serving of seeds with loud chirps, showing the funny and demanding side of the messenger. A perfect union as the pair flies across meadows, leaving a permanent trace on the soft earth. The ultimate symbol of hope appears after the storm. We stop everything during the sacred cardinal pause. A shared sense of humanity on a busy city street, a sign of incredible luck and brand new beginnings. Whatever you need today, hope, strength, or memory, a deep connection is made through the lens. An intense release of energy as it takes flight, living out the beautiful yellow and red dream. They are the red thread tying our stories together, continuing the beautiful tradition of holiday ornaments. The faithful guardian sings outside a newborn's window. The same guardian sings at a 90-year celebration. They walk with us faithfully from start to finish, witnessing the massive reach of the Cardinal's kingdom, finding pure life and joy in a splash of water, embracing a sense of playfulness in the autumn air. They are a deep mystery that explicitly wants to be seen. Standing perfectly still against the raging blizzard, pure visual poetry as a single snowflake lands, defying the freezing cold with a triumphant song. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey, celebrating our community engagement through global photos. Submit your own local photos to our active community. A beautiful cliché is made real by nature's hand. Next time you see a flash of red, simply listen. The natural reverb of their call echoes through time. The sunset leaves a matching red glow in the sky, honoring the message of the avian community. A single red feather leaves a final visual impact. Directed by Backyard Bird Clues.